Hi everybody, today let's take a look at a graphic novel I picked up at my friendly local game store, Flying Colors Comics in beautiful downtown Concord, California. I kind of picked this up on a whim, I'll tell you why in a moment, but it's called Black Stars Above. Who publishes this? I should know this. Vault Comics. Okay, there we go. Vault Comics. Okay, and it says Vault. I thought maybe it might have been a series, but Vault Comics. And I was kind of thumbing through it. I said, "Oh, that looks interesting." And then one of the characters says Tekeli a lot. So I figured, yeah, hey, it might be a Cthulhu story. It kind of is. But the general story, I don't want to give away too much, and I don't want to spoil anything. But there's a girl named Eulalie Dubois, and she lives in northern Canada, running the trap lines for her family's business. It's 1887, pretty much the fur trade is kind of over, but there's still a couple of people that are holding on, and she's half Native American or Native Canadian, and she's half French, and her parents want to marry her off so that they can the father can go and work for the one of the trading companies. But she meets this guy in town, and he offers her a large sum of money to take a box to this city in the north. And it's way north, and she does it. If she said no, there wouldn't be a book, right? But she does go, and she encounters the weather, other people. Here's some of the weather things. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of foreshadowing and tone and mood using a lynx and other animals. Okay, and there's a big star, hence the name Black Stars Above. And she meets other people, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of a cross between Mountains of Madness and To Build a Fire by Jack London. And the reason I say that is, she's battling the elements in the Arctic, not Antarctic, but the Arctic in the northern hemisphere. And she has to build a fire, and her feet get wet, or her clothes get wet, and she knows how to dry them like the protagonist in To Build a Fire. And then it's kind of like Mountains of Madness, where there's certain things that are hidden in the in the snow and in the Arctic area, not Antarctic, Arctic, and a story. The story wasn't as H.P. Lovecrafty as I thought it would be. There are good. The artwork is kind of interesting. Some of the thought balloons or the speech balloons are upside down because the characters may be laying down, and it's, for the most part, it's also told in a diary form, and that's sort of like I keep saying Mansions of Madness. It's Mountains of Madness. And a lot of the Lovecraft stories where they tell the story in the form of a journal, okay, and these are her writings. And what's really neat is that sometimes she crosses something out, and and writes something else. So it's kind of like an evolution of her tale. Maybe she wrote that later on. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she just crossed it out right there, and this was a pretty good story. I don't really want to say it's Cthulhu-esque, part of the mythos, but it's hard to say. And then they have the, apparently this was a five issue run. They have the I have the trade paperback, and they have the covers for the different issues. And as I said before, it's kind of like a journal, but in the middle they have it's all journal, and it's kind of. At first I thought, oh man, I don't want to read words and stuff. If I'd have done that, I'd go back to school. Even though I'm a teacher, I'd go back to school. It's told it's a diary or journal, and didn't want to read it at first, but then when I started reading it, I kind of got into it, and read it. Don't skip it or skim it, because it's an integral part of the story. Okay, has anybody read Black Stars Above by Vault Comics? If you have, what do you think? Put your things below. And if you've read it, is this part? Would you consider this part of the Cthulhu mythos? If you like this video, or you like Black Stars Above, give me a hearty thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We've got some new subscribers. Thanks for subscribing. We're going to take over the world. Watch out, Tom Vassell and Dice Tower. We're catching up to you. We got, I think we got about 40 subscribers or so, or maybe more. I'll have to get an exact count. But thanks for watching. Bye now.